AITA for wanting my sister to change her wedding date because it fell on my graduation. I forgot about this account until I randomly checked my other Gmail accounts on my phone. A lot has happened since I first posted, and I've been sitting with the aftermath of everything, trying to process it. It's May 20th now. I graduated, but the truth is, it didn't feel like much of a celebration. To back up a bit, when my sister first announced her wedding date months ago, I realized pretty quickly that it would fall on the same day as my high school graduation. Not just any graduation, I was graduating top 5 in my class. I worked hard for that. Long nights, burnout, stress, missed parties, skipped weekends. The kind of hard work you hope gets recognized, if not by the world, then at least by the people closest to you. So when I brought up the conflict to my parents and asked if there was any way my sister could reconsider the date, I wasn't trying to ruin her day. I wasn't trying to be selfish. I just thought maybe we could find a compromise. I thought family events were about family being there, but my sister said the venue was already booked, the deposits paid, and her fiancé's family was flying in from out of state. She insisted there was no way to change it. My parents backed her up. They told me gently but firmly that they would be attending her wedding and that they hoped I understood. I tried to, I really did. The day of the graduation, I got dressed in my cap and gown. I looked at myself in the mirror and told myself to be proud anyway, that I mattered, that my accomplishments still mattered, even if no one I loved would be in the audience to see it. My parents had left me my mom's car so I could drive myself there. That was something, at least. When I walked across the stage and my name was called, there was a faint clap or two. Someone in the crowd might have been a friend or a teacher, but it was quiet, awkwardly quiet. Most of the other students had their families cheering, yelling their names, waving homemade signs and flowers. People standing up and shouting, "That's my baby," or "Go girl." All I had was silence. And you could feel it. You could feel the absence. It wasn't just about not having noise. It was about not having anyone there. I read the pledge at the beginning of the ceremony, and when my name was called again to get my diploma, you could kind of hear it on the live stream, which I didn't even know about until the next day. The camera angle was so far back that you could barely even see me, just a blip in the frame. After the ceremony ended, people were hugging their families, taking pictures, holding flowers, laughing, crying, all of it. I stood off to the side. A few people said congratulations, but mostly I just drifted. I didn't even take a picture in my cap and gown. It felt too depressing to capture. I ended up driving myself to McDonald's, sat in the car, ate alone, drove home. My parents didn't get back until around 11 p.m. that night. They came in, still dressed in formal wear from the wedding, talking about how beautiful everything was and how happy my sister looked. They told me they were proud of me, that they were sorry they couldn't be in 2 places at once, that they were planning a celebratory dinner for Sunday. The thing is, the one restaurant I really wanted to go to is closed Sundays and Mondays. So now they're pushing it to this Saturday instead, and they're inviting the whole family, my sister included. But here's the thing, I already told them it's not about dinner. It's not about steak or cake or a nice place setting. It's about that moment. That one moment I'll never get back, where I walked across the stage and nobody clapped like I mattered. I felt invisible. A dinner after the fact doesn't rewrite that moment in my memory. When I told them that, they got upset. They said they thought long and hard about it and figured I'd have another chance when I graduated from college, that this was my sister's one wedding, and that they had to make a choice. I get it logically, but emotionally, I still felt like the afterthought. Now my phone's blowing up with congratulations, texts from family members who were all at the wedding. My sister sent me a picture from her honeymoon with a caption that said, "Proud of you, little sis." And maybe this makes me sound ungrateful, but it just felt late, like a footnote, like something they remembered to do once the main event was over. I'm happy I graduated, I really am, but I also feel like I got left behind. So was I the asshole for asking my sister to change the date? Maybe I was asking too much. Maybe I didn't consider the bigger picture. But in the end, I just wanted my family there for my big day. And they were. And that's going to stay with me longer than any dinner ever could.